Hello everyone, welcome to iPointer. In this video, we are going to solve CLAT UG 2024 official sets that came in the quantitative technique section. Okay, so यहाँ पे हम देखेंगे कि एक्चुअली जो CLAT का पेपर है, CLAT UG का एग्जाम है, इसमें क्वांट्स का जो पोर्शन है, क्वांटिटेटिव टेक्निक जो आपका लास्ट सेक्शन रहता है CLAT में, इसमें एक्चुअल जो क्वेश्चंस आते हैं वो किस टाइप के आते हैं. थ्रू दिस वीडियो यू विल ऑल्सो गेट एन आइडिया कि जब आप CLAT UG 2025 की प्रिपरेशन करोगे सो आपको किस टाइप का मटेरियल प्रैक्टिस करना है, किस लेवल ऑफ डिफिकल्टी का मटेरियल प्रैक्टिस करना है. ऑल्सो वन मोर थिंग, CLAT का जो पैटर्न है वो 2024 में कंप्लीटली पैसेज बेस्ड एग्जाम में कन्वर्ट हो गया था, इजंट इट? इनफैक्ट 2023 में भी इट वाज अ पैसेज बेस्ड एग्जाम जहां पे हर एक सेक्शन में जो क्वेश्चंस थे वो पैसेज के फॉर्म में आए थे. बी इट योर लैंग्वेज पार्ट, इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज, आप चाहे लीगल रीजनिंग की बात कर लो, लॉजिकल रीजनिंग की बात कर लो. इनफैक्ट CLAT एक ऐसा एग्जाम है जहां पे आपका जीके भी इज इन फॉर्म ऑफ पैसेजेस, राइट? सो यहाँ पे रीडिंग स्पीड बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाती है एंड बिकॉज इट्स सच अ बिग एग्जाम, इट्स एन ऑफलाइन एग्जाम, यू टू टर्न द पेजेस. बार बार आपको पैसेज पढ़ने की आदत लग सकती है शुरू में. सो आपको एक अच्छा इफेक्टिव रीडर बनना है, फास्ट रीडर बनना है जो क्विकली क्या करे, पूरे पैसेज को पढ़े, डेटा अच्छे से कलेक्ट करे, बिकॉज री रीडिंग द पैसेज इज गोइंग टू वेस्ट अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम. एंड बार बार अगर आप पैसेज ही पढ़ते रहोगे तो व्हेन विल यू गेट द सॉल्यूशन, इजंट इट? सो दैट इज वन थिंग. आज हम स्पेसिफिकली देख रहे हैं क्वांटिटेटिव टेक्निक्स के सेक्शन को. यहाँ पे मैं बताऊंगा कि अगर आप क्वांटिटेटिव टेक्निक्स की प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हो सो आपको मैथमेटिक्स में कौन से ऐसे टॉपिक्स हैं जिन पे ज्यादा फोकस करना चाहिए. ऑफ कोर्स मैं ये नहीं बोलूंगा कि आपको सिर्फ डीआई के ही सेट्स करने चाहिए. डीआई सॉल्व करने के लिए कुछ टॉपिक्स ऐसे हैं जो बहुत बेसिक होते हैं, जो फाउंडेशन क्रिएट करते हैं डीआई की, दैट इज परसेंटेजेस, रेशियोज, परसेंटेजेस, इंक्रीज, डिक्रीज, राइट? एंड देन आप देखो कि सारे के सारे जो क्वेश्चंस है वो कैलकुलेशन बेस्ड है, इवन दो दे आर नॉट वेरी टफ, बहुत इजी है, बहुत प्लेन से स्टेटमेंट्स लिखे हुए हैं. सो मैथ्स एक ऐसा सेक्शन बन सकता है जो क्वांट का सेक्शन है आपका, जिसमें आप फुल आउट ऑफ फुल स्कोर कर सकते हो, इजंट इट? सो लेट अस गो अहेड, चेक करते हैं कि CLAT UG में कौन से सेट्स आए थे, इनको क्विकली कैसे सॉल्व करें, एंड आई विल आल्सो टेल यू सम शॉर्टकट्स थ्रू व्हिच यू कैन गेट द आंसर वेरी क्विकली. So this was the first set that was asked. What you can do is you can either pause the video, read this set, or you can go with me and solve in parallel, okay? Let us try to read the set. This set says that automobiles are the most preferred mode of transport because they allow us to cover large distance quickly. Resultantly, vehicles have been developed that run on diesel, petrol, and even on electricity, which is a remarkable innovative development. Okay? So till here we are only talking about some kind of cars that run on diesel, petrol, and electricity. Fine. So far we have not encountered any kind of data that we need to note. Going further, during a survey about the percentage wise distribution, so very first clue कि हमें यहाँ पे percentages से related कुछ काम करना होगा. Percentage wise distribution यहाँ पे हो रहा है, okay? Percentage wise distribution of cars in 4 different states. So definitely हम 4 states यहाँ पे encounter करेंगे, उनका कुछ data हमें दिया होगा. The information regarding the ratio between the diesel engine cars, petrol engine cars, and electric cars was collected. So 4 states हैं जिनमें 3 टाइप की कार्स हैं, डीजल, पेट्रोल, इलेक्ट्रिक. दिस डेटा हैज टू बी नोटेड. वी विल मेक अ टेबल अकॉर्डिंगली, या फिर हम अपने पेपर पे जो भी वर्क करेंगे वो अकॉर्डिंगली करेंगे, ओके? टोटल नंबर ऑफ कार्स फॉर विच डेटा वाज कलेक्टेड वाज 8000. तो जो भी ये डेटा है हमें दिया गया है पेट्रोल, डीजल, इलेक्ट्रिक कार्स का, ये 8000 कार्स का है, ओके? Of the state, one had 50% of the total cars in the ratio 3:4:1 diesel, petrol, electricity. तो पहला डेटा में सीधे मिल गया कि स्टेट 1 में 15% ऑफ द टोटल कार्स हैं, एंड वो किस रेशियो में डिवाइडेड है, 3:4:1. तो हम सबसे पहले टोटल कार्स देखेंगे, उसका 15% कैलकुलेट करेंगे और वो डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हो जाएगा 3:4:1 के रेशियो में अमंग डीजल, पेट्रोल, इलेक्ट्रिक कार्स. इज दैट क्लियर? सो हमें सीधा सीधा पता लग गया कि हमें क्या करना है. Similarly, state 2 had 20% of the total cars in the ratio 5:3:2, again diesel, petrol, electric. Then state 3 had 30% of the total cars in ratio 4:5:3. Okay, again same diesel, petrol, electric. And then state 4 had 35% of the total cars in the ratio of 7:5:2, diesel, petrol, electric. Based on the above information, answer the following questions. So it is very easy to note down here that there are 4 states. हर स्टेट में 3 टाइप की कार्स हैं, डीजल, पेट्रोल, इलेक्ट्रिक. हमें इनका डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन करना है. टोटल नंबर ऑफ कार्स में दी हुई है, किस स्टेट में कितनी % कार्स है वो भी दिया हुआ है, और उसके बाद जो टोटल कार्स है एक पर्टिकुलर स्टेट में वो किस रेशियो में डीजल, पेट्रोल, इलेक्ट्रिक में डिवाइडेड है ये भी हमें दिया हुआ है. So the question here is, if 45% of the electric cars in state 4 are air conditioned, AC, and remaining are non-AC, what is the number of non-AC cars? Now some of the students will panic here कि पूरे पैसेज में AC non-AC का कोई बात नहीं हुई थी, and then suddenly question में non-AC AC का डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन आ गया. So you don't have to panic here. आराम से क्वेश्चन को देखिए. 45% of the electric cars in state 4. So state 4 में जितनी भी इलेक्ट्रिक कार्स हैं उसका 45% क्या थी? एयर कंडीशन थी, and remaining is non-AC. So what is the number of non-AC cars? तो सिंपली आपको क्या करना है? स्टेट 4 में इलेक्ट्रिक कार्स पे फोकस करना है. सो हम स्ट्रेट अवे यहाँ पे क्या करेंगे? स्टेट 4 पे जाएंगे. हमें पता है कि टोटल नंबर ऑफ कार्स थी हमारे पास 8000, isn't it? When we come to state 4 had 35% of the total cars in the ratio 7:5:2. So इसका हम निकाल लेंगे 35%, isn't it? Because 8000 का 35% कार्स थी स्टेट 4 में. So when you calculate this, so 35 into 8 is 280. So we get a total of 2800 cars in state 4. ये स्टेट 4 की टोटल कार्स हैं. अब ये डिस्ट्रीब्यूट होंगी किसमें? 7:5:2 के रेशियो में. So make 3 arrows like this. यहां पे आप लिखिए 7x, then you write 5x, and then you write 2x. These are diesel, these are petrol, and these are electric, isn't it? So 7x plus 5x plus 2x का जो टोटल होना चाहिए वो 2800 होना चाहिए. So 7x plus 5x plus 2x must be a total of 2800. When you get the value of x, so 7 5 is 12, 12 is 14, you get x equal to 200, isn't it? That straight away gives you the total number of diesel, petrol, electric cars. So because we were more interested in electric cars, isn't it? So हम electric cars का ही नंबर ले लेंगे. 2 into 100, that means there are total 400 cars electric. अब उस 400 का electric cars का 45%, so 400 का 45% if you calculate, it will be what? It will be 180, isn't it? These are AC cars, so 180 are AC, right? तो यानी कि जो बाकी कार्स होंगी इलेक्ट्रिक वो होंगी नॉन एसी, isn't it? To calculate this non AC हमें पता होना चाहिए टोटल इलेक्ट्रिक कार्स इन स्टेट 4. ओके, सो स्टेट 4 में टोटल इलेक्ट्रिक कार्स है आपकी 400, जिसमें से आपकी 180 जो है वो है एसी. सो रिमेनिंग विल बी 400 minus 180, that gives you approximately or exactly 220, isn't it? So option C will be the correct answer of this question. आपने देखा कि आपने स्टेट 1, 2, 3 इस पे फोकस भी नहीं किया, जस्ट स्टेट 4 के डेटा पे फोकस किया, एंड देन वी गॉट द आंसर स्ट्रेट अवे. आई थिंक इट शुड हार्डली टेक 1 minute to 2 minutes for a person to solve this question. Okay, अगर आपने अच्छी खासी प्रैक्टिस की है तो. I hope this is clear. If you have any doubt, you can comment. Let's go to the next question. Now let us come to question number 2, which is number of petrol cars in state 2 is how much percentage more than the number of diesel cars in state 1. So we are just playing between the data of state 1, state 2. Okay, we do not even need to check the data of state 3, state 4. Let us straight away come to state number 2. Where is state 2? State 2 is over here. State 2 had 20% of the total cars, isn't it? In the ratio 5:3 diesel, petrol, electric. And what do we need here? Petrol cars in state 2. So there were total 8000 cars, and state 2 has 20% of total cars. So just calculate it's 20%. Okay, what will you get? You will get 1600 total cars. Now this 1600, this particular 1600 is divided in 3 parts: diesel cars, petrol cars, electric cars. What do we need? Petrol cars in state 2. So these cars 1600 have been divided in the ratio 5:3:2. So 5x, 3x, and 2x. If you add 5x, 3x, and 2x, you will be getting what? 10x. And this 10x is the total number of cars in state 2, which we just calculated is 1600. So x is 160. This x will straight away now give me the number of petrol cars in state 2. So state 2 में petrol cars कितनी है? 3x. So that means 3 into 160, which gives us 480. So I'll just write petrol cars over here. That means 480. Now I simply need to calculate the number of diesel cars in state 1. So state 1 we were given that it had 15% of the total cars, isn't it? So let us calculate that. I'll erase all of the data from here. I'll just write this data with me, right? So this is 480. Now state 1 diesel cars. State 1 had 15% of the total cars. So again total cars are 8,000. Calculated 15%, which straight away is 1200. Now this 1200 will again be divided in the ratio diesel, petrol, electric. And what is the ratio in which state 1 cars have been divided? 341. So diesel will be 3x, petrol will be 4x, and electric will be just 1x, that means x. Total of these 3x plus 4x plus 8x plus x will be how much? It will be 1200. If you calculate the value of x from here, because this becomes a total of 8x, you get 1200. X will be equal to how much? 150, isn't it? This 150 is straight away going to give me the value of diesel cars in state 1. So state 1 diesel cars are 3x. That means 3 into 150, isn't it? 3 into 150. So that means 450. This particular number, diesel cars in state 1, it is 450. Right? This is 450, okay? We need to calculate number of petrol cars in state 2 is how much percentage more than number of diesel cars in state 1. So जिससे भी हम compare करते हैं हमेशा percentages में, जो जिससे compare कर रहे हैं वो हमेशा denominator में आता है. That means we will write 450 over here. And what is the difference? Because you see that in state 2 ज्यादा कार्स है हमारे पास, है ना? So यहाँ पे 480 कार्स, यहाँ पे हैं आपकी 450 कार्स. That means what is the difference between these two? It is 30, isn't it? यहाँ पे 30 कार्स ज्यादा, so we'll write the difference over here into 100, right? So you just cancel these, and now you can simply calculate the value from here. It will be how much? 300 by 45. So it will be 66.67. Option D is the correct answer to this question, isn't it? So even this was very easy. आपको बस data निकालना है, percentage निकालना है, and that's it. I hope this is clear. If you have any doubt, you can comment. Now we have question number 3, which is what is the ratio of diesel cars in state 4 to electric cars in state 3. Definitely जिन्होंने पहले दो क्वेश्चन सॉल्व किए होंगे वो बहुत कॉन्फिडेंट होंगे, बिकॉज अब तो हमसे सिर्फ रेशियो पूछा जा रहा है, डीजल, इलेक्ट्रिक, पेट्रोल कार्स का नंबर निकाला हर एक स्टेट में, एंड दैट इज नॉट डिफिकल्ट फॉर एनीवन, इजंट इट? सो हमें यहाँ पे स्टेट 4 का डेटा पूछा है एंड डीजल कार्स पूछा हुआ है. सो कैन यू जस्ट गो बैक टू द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, बिकॉज वहां पे हमने स्टेट 4 को ऑलरेडी काफी हद तक सॉल्व कर लिया था, isn't it? So state 4 में हमारे पास टोटल कार्स आ रही थी 2800, which were in this ratio 752. And हम अगर स्टेट 4 में चेक करें तो डीजल कार्स कितनी है? 7x, isn't it? X is 200, so 7x will be 1400. I can straight away take this data to this question, and diesel cars in state 4 will be 1400. कुछ सॉल्व नहीं करना पड़ा हमें, isn't it? इलेक्ट्रिक कार्स इन स्टेट 3. स्टेट 3 पे हमें फोकस करना पड़ेगा. स्टेट 3 में 30% का टोटल कार्स हैं. ओके, टोटल नंबर ऑफ कार्स है 8000. 8000 का आप निकालिए 30%. ओके, दैट विल बी 2400. Isn't it? This 2400 has been divided in which ratio? 4, 5, 3. So 4x, 5x, and 3x. If you add all of these 4x, 5x, 3x, you get a total of how much? 12x, and this 12x is nothing but the total number of cars in state 3, which is again equal to 2400, right? So if you calculate x from here, it will be 200. Now what do you need? Electric cars in state 3. State 3 electric cars are 3x, isn't it? So 3x, that means 3 into x is 200 from here, right? That means 600. So I get this data as 600. You simply have to calculate the ratio now. 1400 upon 600. You cancel these, you get 7 by 3. That's your answer. Option A. So this was a cakewalk for us, isn't it? So in the same way, you'll get DI sets in CLAT. Okay, those are not very tough. इसलिए आपको क्या करना है, ज्यादा से ज्यादा मॉक्स देने हैं, DI सेट ज्यादा प्रैक्टिस करना है, बट देन यू शुड हैव अ सॉलिड बेस विद परसेंटेजेस. ओके, सो परसेंटेज को बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग बनाइए, परसेंटेज इंक्रीज डिक्रीज को बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग बनाइए. ओके, उन पे डिफरेंट टाइप के क्वेश्चन कीजिए एंड आप कम कंफ्यूज हो गए in such cases. Okay, let's go to the next question now. Now we have the next question, again very much similar. Compute the percentage of total electric cars to total cars in all states. for total cars in all states. This is already given to you in the question straight away. आपको 8000 दिया हुआ है, आपको total electric cars in all states निकालना है. So now you need the data of state 1, 2, 3, 4 everything. Okay, कुछ डेटा पार्शियली आपने स्टेट 1, 2, 3, 4 का पीछे कैलकुलेट कर लिया होगा, आप उसको रीयूज कर सकते हो. हियर आई हैव अ न्यू स्लाइड, तो मैं एक बार दोबारा से कैलकुलेट कर देता हूं. ओके, इलेक्ट्रिक कार स्टेट 1, 2, 3, 4. सो मैं यहाँ पे एक बार स्टेट 1, स्टेट 2, स्टेट 3 एंड स्टेट 4 लिख लेता हूं. राइट, इन एवरी स्टेट आई हैव डीजल, पेट्रोल, इलेक्ट्रिक कार्स. सो आप एक टेबल भी क्रिएट कर सकते हो जिससे टोटल डेटा सीधे सीधे पिकअप कर सकते हो. ओके, डीजल, पेट्रोल, इलेक्ट्रिक. Here also diesel, petrol, electric. This is the kind of table that you can form. Okay. So कभी-कभी टेबल से ये होता है कि टेबल में आपको एक्सेसिव डेटा भरना पड़ जाता है जिसका एक्चुअली कोई यूज होता नहीं है. So that is why मैंने पिछले क्वेश्चन में डायरेक्ट इंफॉर्मेशन वही पिकअप करी जो नीडेड थी. आप ऐसे भी टेबल फॉर्म करके आंसर निकाल सकते हो. ओके, सो नाउ इफ आई वांट टू फिल डेटा इन दिस टेबल, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट ऑल द स्टेट्स एंड मुझे इलेक्ट्रिक पे ज्यादा फोकस करना है. अब स्टेट 1 का डेटा फटाफट निकालते हैं. स्टेट 1 में 15% टोटल कार्स हैं. सो दैट मींस यहाँ पे 8000 का 15%, दैट मींस 1200 कार्स हैं. राइट, व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट स्टेट 2 हैड 20% टोटल कार्स. सो 8000 का 20% इज 1600. When we talk about state 3, it had 30% of the total cars. So 30% of 8000 is 2400. And state 4 had 35%. So 35% अगर आप निकालते हो, it is 2800. ये 35% किसका है? Total number of cars का 8000 का. I am very clear with the data. Now state 1 में आपको, state 1 में it was given that electric cars का जो ratio 1x है. Okay? So 3x plus 4x plus 1x, that means 8x will be totally equal to 1200. If you calculate 8x equal to 1200, x will be 150 and this electric will be 1x. That means 1 into 150 straight away, right? 150 over here. Similarly, state 2 का भी करते हैं. State 2 is how much? 1600 cars which have been divided in the ratio 5:3:2. So 5:3:2 is total how much? 10x. 10x will be 1600, x will be 160, and you are talking about electric. So 160 into 2x, right? So 320. That means here I will write 320. I hope this is clear. State 3 had how many cars? 2400 in ratio 4:3. So 4x, 5x, 3x. Sum of 4x, 5x, 3x is 12x. 12x will be equal to 2400. X will be 200. And यहाँ पे electric है 3x. So 3 into 200, that means 600. Right? 600 over here. Okay. And finally state 4. State 4 में हमारे पास है total 2800 cars in ratio 7:5:2. 7x plus 5x plus 2x will be 14x. 14x will be equal to total cars 2800. X will be 200. And we are talking about 2x again. So 2 into 200, that means 400. मुझे पता लग गया electric cars in all the states. Now let us quickly add that 150, okay, plus 320 is 470. 600, 400 is how much? 1000. I get total of 1470. Okay, I have the total number of electric cars. So that is 1470. What do you need to calculate now? Compute the percentage of total electric cars to total cars in all the states. So 1470 is the total number of electric cars in all states, and total cars in all states are 8000 into 100. Is that clear? Now you simply need to cancel these zeros, cancel this 147 by 8. So if you know the table of 8 times 18 is 144 something, isn't it? So definitely जो हमारे आंसर्स होंगे वो 18 point something होंगे. So we'll just cancel the 19 point something part, okay? And simply you can calculate 147. If you divide it by 8, what will you get? So 18 times if you solve it, you get 144. Remaining is 3. You put a point over here and include 30. And 18 to here 24, which gives me 60 further. So 8 is 56. That means 18.37. Okay, not 18.73. So this is my correct answer, option number B. I hope that is clear. That was not very difficult. I've also told you how to form a table which can, which you can directly pick the data from and plug into the questions wherever needed, and you'll be getting the answer very, very easily. So sometimes you can also use this table formation technique. Okay, I hope this is clear. Let's go to the next question. Now we have the next question, which is what is the difference between number of petrol cars in state 3 and diesel cars in state 1? So diesel in state 1 and petrol cars in state 3. Again, हमें जब क्वेश्चंस हम कर रहे हैं, हमें एक चीज बहुत क्लियर दिख रही है कि बार बार जो क्वेश्चंस है वो कभी स्टेट 1, 2, 3, 4 पे जा रहे हैं, कभी डीजल पेट्रोल इलेक्ट्रिक पे जा रहे हैं. सो अगेन एंड अगेन हमें डेटा की रिक्वायरमेंट पड़ रही है. सो रादर देन कैलकुलेटिंग दिस डेटा अगेन एंड अगेन, आप उस टेबल फॉर्मेशन टेक्निक पे जा सकते हो जो मैंने पिछले क्वेश्चन में डिस्कस करी थी. इजंट इट? दैट वाज वेरी हेल्पफुल. यहां से आप डायरेक्टली हर एक स्टेट का डीजल पेट्रोल इलेक्ट्रिक कार का डेटा पिकअप कर सकते हो. सो आई विल बी फिलिंग दिस टेबल सो दैट ये मुझे लास्ट क्वेश्चन में भी हेल्प कर दे. ओके, एंड इनफैक्ट इस टेबल ने मुझे शायद क्वेश्चन 1, 2, 3 में भी हेल्प किया होता. ओके, एंड दिस इज ऑल्सो गोइंग टू मिनिमाइज एरर्स. कि बार बार आप कैलकुलेशन करोगे तो कभी ऐसा हो सकता है कि पैनिक के चलते, टाइमर क्लॉक के चलते हमें प्रेशर होता है, प्रेशर में हम कुछ बहुत सिली मिस्टेक्स कर देते हैं कैलकुलेशन की, वो आपकी नहीं होंगी अगर आप एक बार डेटा पढ़ देते हो. ओके, सो व्हाट डू वी नीड हियर नाउ? वी नीड नंबर ऑफ पेट्रोल कार्स इन स्टेट 3. स्टेट 3 पेट्रोल कार्स, आई विल कैलकुलेट दिस. अब एक चीज देखिए, स्टेट 3 में जो आपका रेशियो था दैट वाज 453 और हमने इलेक्ट्रिक निकाला है. सो 3x का मतलब 600 होगा, इसका मतलब इसका x कितना होगा? इट वुड बी 200. एंड वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट पेट्रोल. सो पेट्रोल विल बी 5x, तो 5 into 200 will straight away give me 1000. Okay, so let me just write 1000 over here. Okay, this is 1000. Let me take this to the next one. Okay, so this is 1000 very clearly. Diesel cars in state 1. Let's come to the state 1. स्टेट 1 में हमारे पास 150 आया है इलेक्ट्रिक का डेटा. इन स्टेट 1 में अगर हम रेशियो देखें इट वाज 341 एंड दिस 1x इज 150, so x will be 150 and we are talking about diesel cars in state 1. So diesel cars in state 1 will go to the ratio, it is 3x. Okay, my x here was 150, so 3x will be 450. I have got the data, it is 450. Diesel cars in state 1, it is 450. This is 450. What do you need now? You just need a difference. 1000 and 450 have a difference of 550. Very clearly option D is your correct answer. So that is what I was saying. Okay, that table formation technique is very very useful. And you have to become like this. Okay, you should be someone जो रेशियो को देखते ही माइंड में कैलकुलेट कर ले कि इस रेशियो के करस्पॉन्डिंग ये नंबर है तो बाकी नंबर्स क्या होंगे. I hope that is clear. Let us come to our last question now, which says that what is the average number of diesel cars in all the states? How many states do I have? 4 states. So that means I will divide the total number of diesel cars in all the states by 4. I just need diesel cars in state 1, 2, 3, 4. Let us go back to my table. Okay. Diesel cars in state 1 is 450. State 2. In state 2, I am getting 320 for electric cars. Go to state 2. Ratio is 532. That means this is 2x. And 2x is corresponding to electric. So electric is 320. That means 2x will be 320, x will be 160, and I need diesel. Diesel says 5x. So 5 into 160 is 800. So this data is 800. Okay. So state 1 450, state 2 800. 450 plus 800. I just need data of state 3 and 4 now. Let us calculate that as well. So state 3 में हमें जाना है डीजल निकालने. ओके, स्टेट 3 रेशियो था 453 एंड 3x के करस्पॉन्डिंग बिकॉज हम इलेक्ट्रिक ऑलरेडी निकाल चुके हैं, व्हिच वाज 600. सो 3x will be 600, x will be 200, diesel is 4x. So 4 into 200 is 800. Let us note this data as well. This is again 800. And finally, we need diesel car in state 4. So state 4 diesel car. स्टेट 4 में आपका जो रेशियो डिवाइडेड है वो 752. हमें इलेक्ट्रिक ऑलरेडी पता है, इट इज 400. That would correspond to this 2x because electric का data है. So 2x will be 400, x will be 200. We need diesel, so 200 will be multiplied with the 7x, isn't it? So 7 into 200 will be 1400. I have got the entire data. This is not a problem for you now. Okay. 800 is 1600, 1600 400 is 3000, 3450 divided by 4. So 4 8 is 32, we get 25, 4 here 24. Just check the number which is close to 800 something, 860 something. This option is very far lesser. Option B is the correct answer to this question. So that's it. That was set 1 of CLAT UG. I am explaining, so I am taking more time. You being someone जिसके आगे पेपर रखा हुआ है and you have the data in front of your eyes, I think you'll be able to do it much faster. Okay. we will now solve the set number 2 and complete the quantitative techniques of CLAT UG 2024. I hope this was understood. अगर आपको इसमें कोई भी data है, you can always ask. Now we have the set number 2 over here, and this is also a set of CLAT UG 2024. Okay. Again, when you read this, approximately 150-200 words का है ये. इसमें भी कुछ data होगा, right? And then इसी में से कुछ data retrieve करके हमें आंसर देना है. हमें ऑलरेडी सेट को देखते हुए कुछ चीजें पता लग गई कि यहाँ पे परसेंटेजेस का कुछ चल रहा है, isn't it? Then यहाँ पे भी कुछ परसेंटेज से रिलेटेड पूछा हुआ है. सो आई एम अगेन सेइंग परसेंटेज जो है डीए की फाउंडेशन है, ये आपके बहुत क्लियर होने चाहिए. सो लेट अस रीड दिस. A survey was conducted about the population of a particular region having working population of 3 lakhs. So हमें पहला डेटा मिल गया 3 lakhs की working population है, and information was collected about self-employed persons, casual wage workers, and regular salaried employees of both urban and rural areas of the region. Okay? So पहला क्लासिफिकेशन में दिख गया कि टोटल नंबर ऑफ वर्किंग पॉपुलेशन जो है वो 3 lakhs है, एंड यहाँ पे 3 कैटेगरीज है उसके अंदर, सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड, कैजुअल वेज वर्कर्स एंड रेगुलर सैलरीड एम्प्लॉइज. ओके, अर्बन एंड रूरल एरियाज में. ओके, देन सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयमेंट इज अ की सोर्स ऑफ इनकम इन बोथ रूरल एंड अर्बन एरियाज, बट इट इज मोर प्रिविलेज्ड इन रूरल एरियाज. एंड देन गिवन है 56% ऑफ द रूरल पॉपुलेशन जो है वो सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड है. ओके, so self-employment is a key source of income in both rural and urban areas, but it is more prevalent in rural areas than in urban areas. In urban areas में कितनी percentage of population self working है, self employed है? That is 40% of the urban population. तो urban population का 40% is self employed. Rural population was 48% of the total population. Fine. यानी कि अगर रूरल पॉपुलेशन 48% है टोटल पॉपुलेशन की, तो बची हुई क्या होगी? अर्बन होगी. ऑफ कोर्स दैट मींस बचा कितना परसेंटेज? 100 minus 48%, which is 52% is urban. Regular salaried workers in urban areas are 48% of urban population, whereas in rural areas regular salaried workers constitute 12% of the rural population. So again there is percentage inside percentages. During the survey, the casual wage workers were found to be more common in rural areas than in urban areas. Casual wage workers in rural areas were 30% of the rural population, whereas it was 12% of the urban population in urban areas. Based on the above information, answer the following questions. Okay, so there's a lot of data here. I think more than the previous question. The question here is by what percentage the number of self-employed workers in rural areas is more than the number of self-employed workers in urban areas. Again, पिछले क्वेश्चन की तरह यहाँ भी क्लासिफिकेशन चल रहा है. सबसे पहले हमारे पास क्या है? We have 3 lakh people over here, isn't it? So 3L, right? Inside this we have 2 regions. एक है अर्बन रीजन, एक है आपका रूरल रीजन, isn't it? अर्बन एरियाज में 3 टाइप ऑफ वर्कर्स हैं, रूरल एरियाज में भी 3 टाइप ऑफ वर्कर्स हैं. आई होप दिस इज क्लियर. नाउ लेट अस कैटेगराइज देम. देयर आर सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड, कैजुअल वेज वर्कर्स एंड रेगुलर सैलरीड. सो सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड आई विल राइट एज SE, कैजुअल वेज CW, and finally we had regular salaried, so RS. You will do the same classification in rural as well. So let me write this: self-employed, casual wage, and then the regular salaried. We'll just put the data now in our table. So we were told that rural population was 48% of the total population. So rural population will be 48% of this 3 lakh. So इसका 48% if you calculate it, it would be 1,44,000, isn't it? Remaining would be how much? 52% किसकी हो जाएगी? अर्बन रीजन की हो जाएगी. So 52% of 3 lakh will be how much? 1,56,000, right? We have this data. इसके अंदर का जो क्लासिफिकेशन है that is about these category of employed people. Okay, we were clearly given that 56% of the rural population जो है it is more prevalent in self employment. So 56% of rural population which is over here, it is self-employed. Then if we go further, regular salaried workers in urban areas were 48% of urban population. So urban population में जो regular salaried लोग हैं वो है 48% of urban population. Whereas in rural areas, regular salaried workers constituted 12% of rural population. So rural areas में 12% है regular salaried लोग. तो बचेंगे क्या? 56% ये है, 12% ये है, which is a total of 68%. Remaining 32% will be casual wage workers, isn't it? Then ड्यूरिंग द सर्वे द कैजुअल वेज वर्कर्स आर फाउंड टू बी मोर कॉमन इन रूरल एरियाज देन इन अर्बन एरियाज। फाइन, इससे कुछ डेटा तो मिल नहीं रहा है। कैजुअल वेज वर्कर्स इन रूरल एरियाज वर 32% ऑफ रूरल पॉपुलेशन। सो हमने ऑलरेडी वो निकाल लिया यहाँ पे, है ना। Whereas it was 12% of urban population in urban areas. So casual workers जो हैं in urban areas, that is 12% of urban region. So 48 and 12 is total 60%, which is casual wage and regular salary. So remaining कितना बचेगा? 40% will be self-employed. हमें एक बहुत अच्छा खासा distribution मिल गया है. We have picked up almost all the data from the given set. Now we just need to use it according to the question given. By what percentage the number of self-employed workers in rural area? So rural area में self-employed पे जाइए. Rural area self-employed is 56%. So total of rural area is 1,44,000. इसका 56% is more than the number of self-employed workers in urban areas. Self-employed in urban areas. So self-employed is 40% of this population of urban area. That means 1,56,000 का 40%. So self-employed हमने दोनों में निकाल लिया, उनका हमने बेसिकली एक तरीके से रेशियो ले लिया. एंड रेशियो यू नो इज काइंड ऑफ परसेंटेज ओनली. रेशियो हमें एक अच्छा खासा आइडिया देता है परसेंटेज का. So if you solve this, percentage is gone because वो upon 100 cancel हो जाएगा. 3 zeros gone from here, 3 zeros gone from here. What am I actually getting now? I am getting this ratio to solve. 144 into 56 by 156 into 40. Now one more thing, जब ऐसा फ्रैक्शन आ जाए आपको इसे जल्दी से बिल्कुल सॉल्व करके सिंप्लीफाई करके आंसर निकालना है. You should know tables by heart. तो सबको 19 तक जो टेबल्स हैं वो अच्छे से याद होनी चाहिए, so that you can quickly cancel things. 144 is a multiple of 12. 156 is a multiple of 12. Gone by 12 times. Gone by 12 13 times. Isn't it? Now this 40 over here. This is a multiple of 4, so gone 10 times by 4. This is gone how much? 14 times. Right? Then again, if you solve this, you cancel this 5 times by 2, right? So 5 times. And finally, this is gone 6 times. So 6 into 14 is divided by 13 into 5. So this becomes 84 by how much? 65. अब ये further cancel नहीं हो सकता. So आप क्या करोगे? 84 को divide करोगे 65 से. What will you get? 65 when divides 84, you divide it by 1 first, so you will get how much? 65, you get 19 further, isn't it? You put a point and then you put one more 0, and this is 65 3. 65 into 3 is 195, becomes more, so we'll take 65 into 2. That means we'll get 130 over here. Further we solve, we get 60. So 1.2. That means 1.2 अगर आ गया तो that means 20% ज्यादा. 1.2 रेशियो का क्या मतलब होता है? 1.2 रेशियो का मतलब होता है कोई भी चीज किसी चीज से 20% ज्यादा है. सो हमें क्या करना है? 20% के आसपास का जो भी ऑप्शन है वो क्लिक कर देना है, इवन विदाउट सॉल्विंग द रेस्ट. सो ऑप्शन डी इज गॉन. दिस इज 30 समथिंग %. ये सब 30% वाले हैं. यू स्ट्रेट अवे मार्क ऑप्शन ए, दैट विल बी द करेक्ट आंसर. इसके आगे सॉल्व करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. चाहो तो आप एक पॉइंट और सॉल्व कर सकते हो टू फील बेटर कि आपका आंसर बिल्कुल ही करेक्ट है. सो नाउ यू कैलकुलेट 65 9, सो यू विल गेट 1.29. 1.29 मींस किसी से 29% ज्यादा. ओके, दैट इज योर आंसर. आई होप दिस इज क्लियर. दैट इज हाउ यू कैन सॉल्व ऑल द क्वेश्चंस. ओके, एंड दिस टेबल इज गोइंग टू बी यूज्ड अगेन एंड अगेन. लेट्स गो टू क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 नाउ. Now we have this question. It says what is the ratio of urban and rural working population? Okay, urban and rural की working population हमें देखनी है. We very clearly know that जो पिछला टेबल हमने बनाया था यहाँ पे कितना है? 156,000 वर्किंग पॉपुलेशन अर्बन में है, 1,44,000 रूरल में है. इनका सिंपल आप रेशियो ले लीजिए. ओके, सो इनफैक्ट 1,56,000 और 1,44,000 का अगर आप रेशियो लोगे, zeros are gone, both are multiples of 12, will be cancelled, you will get answer 13 by 12. This is a simple question. आपको कैलकुलेशन करने की जरूरत नहीं थी. ऑप्शन सी इज द करेक्ट आंसर टू दिस क्वेश्चन. आई होप किसी को कोई डाउट नहीं होगा. सीधा सीधा क्वेश्चन है, सीधा डेटा पिकअप करो एंड पुट योर data into the question, you'll get the answer. Let's go to the next one now. This is if urban population of the region is increased from 52% to 56% and percentage of self-employed in urban region remains the same, then the number of self-employed people in urban areas are. अब देखो यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक डेटा चेंज करने की बात हो रही है. अर्बन पॉपुलेशन ऑफ द रीजन इंक्रीज फ्रॉम 52 टू 56, यानी कि जो पिछला मेरा डेटा था 52, इसे मुझे चेंज करना है एंड आई विल रिप्लेस दिस विद 56%. सो यहाँ पे सारे मैट्रिक्स आपके चेंज हो जाएंगे. ओके, सो लेट मी रिप्लेस दिस विद 56%. दैट मींस अर्बन अगर 56 हो गई तो रिमेनिंग क्या होगा, 44%, व्हिच गोज टू रूरल. नाउ एवरीथिंग इज सेम बिकॉज बाद में हमसे क्वेश्चन में बोला गया है परसेंटेज ऑफ सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड इन अर्बन रीजन रिमेन्स द सेम. ठीक है, देन द नंबर ऑफ सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड पीपल इन अर्बन एरियाज. सो अब सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड इन अर्बन एरियाज, सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड इन अर्बन एरियाज विल बी व्हाट, 3 लाख का 56% विल बी द टोटल पॉपुलेशन ऑफ अर्बन एरिया. उसका सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड निकालने के लिए आपको उसका 40% निकालना पड़ेगा. So 3 lakh का 50%, this will give us the total population of urban region, and because we are focusing on self-employed, so we'll calculate 40% because ये data change नहीं होता, ये सब कुछ same था. So 2 zeros, 2 zeros, 2 zeros, 2 zeros are gone. Okay, you simply have to calculate the value of 30 into 56 into 40 now. So this is 1680, 56 into 30, and you multiply it with 40. So what will you get? You will get 2 zeros first and 168 into 4. So 168 into 4 will be how much? This is 2, 64, 64, 672. 67200. Do we have any such options? 67200. Of course, option D is your answer from that. So this is even easier to solve, right? Now let us come to the next question. What is the total number of regular salaried employees of the region? So of the region, okay, of the region बोल रहा है तो पूरे region का बोल रहा है. That means हमें regular salaried का नंबर ऐड कर लेना है. अब regular salaried के लिए हम अगेन अपनी टेबल में चलते हैं. यहाँ पे आपको चेंज डेटा यूज नहीं करना है. अर्लियर हमें दिया गया था कि ये जो डेटा है दिस इज 52%, ओके, एंड दिस इज 48%. सो वील कम बैक टू द ओरिजिनल डेटा. So you have to be very attentive with the question, okay? अगर कोई डेटा चेंज हो रहा है पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन के लिए हो रहा है तो आपको उसके फर्दर क्वेश्चन में डेटा चेंज नहीं करना है. You have to use the same data. Okay, अब हमसे रेगुलर सैलरी पूछा गया है. So 3 lakh का 52% was how much? 156,000. 48% of 3 lakh is 144,000. You have to calculate the regular salary. So since we now need to calculate the total number of regular salaried people, what will we do? In urban region, we know that it is 48%, right, of the total, and in rural it is 12% of the total. We simply have to add both of these numbers, so it's not very difficult for us. In urban, it will be 1,56,000 into its 48%, and if you talk about rural region, we had 1,44,000 people here, and its 12% are regular salary. So 2 zeros will cancel each other here and here as well. Now we simply have to calculate this sum, okay, which is 1560 into 48 plus 1440 into 12, isn't it? And if you solve both of these, see, this is 144 into 12. So 144 is the square of 12. We are again multiplying it with 12, which becomes 12 cube. 12 cube is 1728. So we'll write 17280 over here, and here we need to calculate 1560 into 48. So simply calculate 156 into 48. That will give you how much? 1248, which is 156 into 8. And finally 156 into 4 is how much? 624. So write 624. This becomes 8, 8, 4 and 7. So 74880. That means 74880. Now you simply need to add both of these. So if you add 74880 and 17280, what will you get? 0, 6. Here you will get 1, and then this will become 2, and 1 carry goes here. 92160. We are getting 92160. So, do we have 92160? Yes, it is option C over here, isn't it? So that was pretty easy for us. If we have the tabular format, we can easily solve any kind of questions. Okay. Now let us go to this question, which is, what is the percentage of regular salaried employees in rural areas corresponding to the number of casual wage workers in urban areas? So this is, what is the percentage of regular salaried employees in rural areas? So regular salaried rural area, and it is corresponding to the number of casual wage workers in urban areas. So we need to focus upon regular salaried rural areas. So regular salaried and rural areas. Okay, we need to calculate this, which we calculated in the previous question as well. So 12% are regular salaried of this total 144,000, right? So let us calculate it over here. 144,000, it's 12%. So that means these two, if you calculate the percentage, this will become 17280. Isn't it? This is regular salaried in rural area, and what was the other number that we need to find? Casual wage workers in urban areas. So casual wage in urban areas. Urban areas, this is the total population, okay, and casual wage. So 156,000, it's 12%. Okay, so basically 156,000 and it's 12%. Right? This is what we need to do. Actually, we were asked the percentage, so we can take the ratio as well, isn't it? So you can either directly cancel these things, isn't it? 12% is common in both, 000 is common in both. We get a ratio 144/56. So 144/56, if we take this ratio to the question, so 144/156. This 144 is corresponding to what? Regular salaried in rural areas. This one, the numerator and denominator is casual wage workers in urban areas. We need to calculate this percentage, of course. So again, see, read the statement. In percentage, sometimes we reverse the ratios, okay, because of some confusions. Here it is, what is the percentage of regular salaried? So regular salaried is this, corresponding to the number of casual wage workers. That means 144 is what percent? So say X percent of casual wage workers in urban areas. So 156. Now you need to calculate the value of X, which will be 144,000 divided by 156. Now you cancel this by 12, so this becomes 1200/13. Now you simply take some kind of approximation, 1200/13. So 13 and 117. So we'll get something which is more than 90%. Only one option is there, which is option D, and that is your answer. Okay. So I hope you're able to get what I'm doing here. I'm just taking data from the table, putting it in form of ratio, sometimes in form of percentage, and that is how I'm calculating the answer. Okay. I hope this is clear. Let's go to the next question. So now we have the last question over here, which is, if 60% of the total working population of the region were self-employed in rural areas and 40% of the total population were self-employed in the urban areas, then what is the ratio of rural self-employed to urban self-employed? Now what is it saying? It is saying that 60% of total working population. What was the total working population? It was 3 lakh, right? Some of you might be thinking that how can self-employed be called working population, but since they are also working in some kind of employment, so they are also considered workers. Okay, so 60% of total working population of the region were self-employed. So total was 3 lakh, isn't it? Its 60% is self-employed in rural areas, and 40% of the total population were self-employed in urban areas. Then what is the ratio of rural self-employed to urban self-employed, we'll simply calculate the ratio of 60% to 40% for this, because whatever is the total working population, it's 60% is self-employed in rural and 40% is in urban. So the total number, okay, of working population is same for both. There's some total working population, we are calculating it 60% and then we are calculating it 40% and taking the ratio. So it is simply the ratio of 60 to 40, which simply gives us what? 6:4. That means further we get 3:2, isn't it? So this is the correct answer to this particular question. I hope this is clear. I hope there is no confusion. It might happen that many of you have not seen DI sets earlier, but then as you see, if we are able to generate some kind of table, put the data together and just retrieve the data from that particular source, we can easily do it. Here we have a screen, but then there you'll be having a paper on which you can draw the table properly. Do one thing, be very cautious about the calculation, okay? So sometimes we go very fast while solving such questions and we commit silly mistakes in mathematics. If you even write a decimal here and there, it leads to complete failure, right, in the set. So that you do not have to do, because then ultimately all of your questions will go wrong. There will be some negative marking and that is going to drag you even lower, right? So I hope these sets are clear to you. In future, we'll be coming with more sets, DI sets, maybe slightly difficult than this, because as the number of CLAT UG test takers are increasing every year, the competition is set to increase, and so will the level of difficulty of questions as well. So be more aware about percentages, try to learn some fast calculation tricks, okay? Be very sure about percentages. You should be very strong with percentage increase, decrease and concepts like that, and definitely try to apply them in different type of sets, okay? That's it. I hope you enjoyed the session. So finally, if you want to be a part of iQuanta CLAT UG courses, then we have courses for 2025, or if you want to enroll for 26, then you can let us know. In that case as well, you can visit our website iQuanta.in/CLAT. So basically, first of all, when you come to us, we train you what CLAT UG exam is all about, what all other exams you can take with CLAT preparation, okay? CLAT being a passage-based exam, it is very different from other exams like AILET, SLAT, okay? There you have some individual questions. Here we don't have any such question, okay? Everything is passage-based. So it is always beneficial that you go through some past papers first, okay? On iQuanta website, you will also get some free past CLAT UG papers, okay? Which you can take as a mock, and you can simply judge where you stand right now, okay? So read the details. Where we have live classes, you also get the recordings of those. Apart from that, you get topic-wise assignments. There's a 24/7 doubt clarification support. Suppose you encounter any doubt, you can simply take a picture and put it in our doubts group. We'll solve that in 15 to 30 minutes, okay? You also have a mock test series in this, and later on, when we are very near to the CLAT UG 25 exam, we'll also launch a crash course which comes free with this full course, and that is basically for revision, okay? So we'll revise everything in last 70-75 days, okay? If you have any doubts with any of these courses, you can always call us on the numbers provided on the website. So all the best for your CLAT UG preparation. You should devote some amount of time on a daily basis, and it won't be very difficult for you to crack this exam. All the best. Keep visiting iQuanta for such good videos.